Hey, Coach, what's this building?
So this is the FOC, the legendary FOC. People ask all the time.
What's the FOC?
So the FOC is the Football Operations Center.
Okay.
This is where we, as a matter of fact, you want to come in for a tour?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, we'll check it out. All right.
Thank you.
So you can see in here we have our Colt Creed. Up here, we say this before every game. This is the picture from 2016, coming out of the tunnel at the state championship game. Mm-hmm. We've got some former K-Fear players up here. We got several team photos from the last several years and trophies from players of the game.
So what's this? What's this area?
All right, so over here we have our coaches meeting area. We meet every Sunday morning before church. We kind of watch film on our own on Friday, Saturday. We come together as a staff on Sunday. We talk about things that we saw, things that we had from our game, things we need to work on. And we make a game plan moving forward for the next week. Yes. Over here we have this is our offensive meeting room. So they'll come in here before practice. We watch film.
Okay.
Coach Rates actually built these benches in here and painted them. And
okay.
yeah, so those are hand built.
He did a great job.
That's right, he did. We have some coach's office in here, a little messy, but coaches kind of use this area to hang out with and before games and before practice. And
okay.
Excuse the mess again. This is my office in here.
Oh, wow.
So we have several CF memorabilia up there and all kinds of good stuff.
Yes, sir.
We have our training room in here. So Coach Caudell comes in here and he'll tape and wrap the guys up. Several medical supplies, all that good stuff, Band-Aids, tape, everything that you need. We got some kitchen, just cups and plates and napkins and stuff that we'll feed the guys in here during summer workouts. Okay. They'll actually come through and we'll feed them after morning practices the first couple weeks of August. Have a couple bathrooms in here, and then we have our defensive meeting room in here. So defense meets in here. Again, these Coach are the Grace. Handmade benches from Coach Grace. These actually came from the auditorium. Okay, they ripped these out and put new seating in there. These are the old seats. We use those in here as well. Okay. So this is pretty much it. This is the FOC.
Oh, well, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Here I am with head coach Jake Thomas of the varsity football team here at K-Fear. Coach, how you doing today?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Pretty good.
I'm honored to be on the show. You guys do a great job.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm honored to be here speaking with you. Because I realized that this is probably, I think, the first interview that anybody's done with you, on camera since Walker Britton a few years back.
I think so, yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been quite some time.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I don't need to be interviewed. The players, those are the guys that make it happen. So.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And also, just real quick before we get started, I also like to say I'm in front of the Battle of the Blues trophy. This has been here 2 years at K-Fear, 2 in a row. So, Coach, while deep diving into the archives, I discovered that since you've entered the program as head coach, you've completely flipped the switch. Talk to me about how you were able to shift the culture and not go a single season under 500 at K-Fear and bring that tough teams win mentality.
Well, that was one thing, when I came in, Coach Grates, both Coach Grates came over with me actually. One of them came from across the river, another one came from Hope County. And we kind of came in, and that was kind of the mentality that we wanted to do. We wanted to instill that kind of mental, physical toughness aspect and really preach that to our guys and have them understand that, toughness wins in sports. It also wins in life, too. Those guys that are able to fight through adversity and go through tough times and still come out on top and be able to respond in those tough situations, respond over react. That's kind of been a big theme for our program. We wanted to instill discipline, into our guys. At the same time, show them that we still care about them and we want to see them succeed. And just, kind of laying the groundwork for trying to be the most physical and mentally tough team on our schedule. That's always been kind of our culture and mindset.
Yes, sir. Coach, that 2016 team was very special.
Yeah.
What makes this year's group just as special?
Well, I mean, that was a really good group at that time. A lot of good athletes, a lot of good kids. But, there wasn't a whole lot of superstars on the team. There was just a lot of really good players. Exception of our quarterback. He was a little bit different, Justice Galloway Velasquez. But he had a great supporting cast. And I feel like these guys now, we've got some really good athletes in there, but just kind of the culture, the leadership that those guys have shown, I think it's very similar to that group. You have, guys who kind of hold themselves accountable, hold their teammates accountable. They work hard in the weight room. That's a big thing too with our culture that we talk about is guys have to be committed to the weight room, work to get stronger, work to get faster, be more resistant to injury because of that. And so those are some of the similarities between those two groups. Good athletes, good leadership, and hard work.
Yes, sir. So, Coach, walking into school some mornings, I live right in that neighborhood.
Yeah, right behind us. Yeah.
So walking into school some mornings, I noticed the team walking off of the field. What advantage do you think morning practices gives to our players ahead of other teams on Friday nights?
Yeah, so we've always done Thursday morning practices. Number one, we feel like once they get done with Thursday morning practice, then if there's anything they need to take care of after school, tutoring, makeup tests for school, they can get that done during that time. And then it also gives them a longer recovery period from Thursday morning practice until the game Friday night. So their body gets to recover a little more. Hopefully they get to bed a little bit early on Thursday night, and that will help as well. And then so that's just kind of what we've done, and we feel like that gives our guys an advantage to be well rested, recovered before the game Friday night.
Okay, yes, sir. I've also learned that you guys watch a lot of film. How does watching film as much as the team does prepare them for every single game?
Well, obviously, you can be a great athlete, but I think film watch is some of those little things that we talk about that you have to do in order to be successful. You want to be a student of the game. You want to know the team you're playing against, you want to know what their tendencies are. When they line up in this formation, what are they going to do? Is there certain alignments that can help you get a better grasp or narrow down what their play is going to be? When we're on offense, on third down, what's their blitz percentage? So we can kind of tell that by film study. So our coaches, number one, do a great job with that, and then our players do a great job with that. We have a time on Monday where we have a little section in our team meeting called Tell the Truth Monday. And so I can see how much film those guys have watched on the weekend. And I'll call out our top guys every week, and then I'll call out our bottom guys every week. So we're just telling the truth of what you've done to hold yourself accountable by doing the little things during that time you have.
Right, yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay, so following a tough loss last week against 71st, what is the mindset going into tomorrow's homecoming game against Douglasburg?
Well, one thing we kind of stressed going into the 71st game was set the standard. We're going to play to our standard, whether we're playing 71st or whether we're playing Terry Sanford, whether we're playing Douglasburg, whoever it is. We've set a standard for ourselves to play at a high level, a high energy level, high intensity level, and we want to live up to that standard no matter who we're playing. So that was the emphasis going into last week, and we've kind of carried that in to this week as well. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You got a lot of distractions with homecoming and stuff like that, but we got to kind of block out all the noise, stay focused on the task at hand, and play to our standard.
Okay, yes, sir. And just really quick, veering off script.
Yeah.
I know during homecoming, you don't like the players to go out there, if they're on court or anything.
Right.
Yeah. Can you kind of explain to me
Well, so they do it during the pep rally.
Mm-hmm.
They go through it and they do it that time. We just feel like when it's that close to game time, because they're going out there at 6:45 all the way up until 7:15. We're kind of doing our team thing at that point. Preparing for the game, and so we kind of just want those guys to be able to be locked in and kind of because at that point they can't control what's going on with homecoming, who's named, king, queen, all that kind of stuff. We just want them to kind of focus on what we're doing at that point, and they'll find out
after
later on, because like I said, focus on what you can control. At that point we're focusing on that game,
right?
and we have to be mentally prepared for game time. You know, everything is surrounded. You know, homecoming festivities,
right.
pep rallies, all that stuff, and you know, most football coaches don't like homecoming week because of all that stuff, because it's a lot of distractions.
Right.
And so we just want those guys to be able to have that time to kind of lock in and focus on the task at hand. Everything's built around that football game, and so we want to make sure it's a positive experience, you know, with the football game leading the way.
Right. Yes, sir. And finally, what are your aspirations for this year's team?
You know, I mean, I just want us to be the best we can be, play up to our full capability, and again, I know I've said this before, but play to our standard. Play to our standard. You know, our goal is always to compete for championships, and so that's our goal again this year. You know, we want to be known for toughness, integrity, and then always be the model championship football program, and so. That's the standard we've set for ourselves. Obviously, we lost the 71st in a conference game, but that happened. So now we just got to focus on what we can control at this point, which is one game at a time moving forward.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Great time talking with you. You know, this was no janking around.
Let me just say that K-Fear News Network, you guys, Colts on the Clock, you do a great job, and just continue to keep up the good work.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
All right, man.
Yes, sir. It wasn't recording.
Huh?
It wasn't recording.
You're kidding me.
I'm lying.
Oh, you got me on that.
All right, Coach.
Well, hold on real quick, Taylor. We do have, this is kind of our coaches' mailbox area, and so we have kind of nicknames for our coaches here.
Who's the mayor? That's you?
We got the mayor. No, that's Coach Hall. Coach Hall's been here longer than any other coach. Okay. Coach Hall, the mayor. We have the OG. That's the original Greats. That's Mr. Greats. Okay. Coach Greats is their dad.
Okay.
All right. We have Stump. That's Coach Bolton, our quarterback coach.
Okay.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
Coach Buck.
Coach Buck.
Coach Buck. We have the Snoring Bear.
Who's that?
Can you guess?
Is that you?
That's not me. That's Coach Graham.
Oh, Coach Graham.
Coach Graham.
Yeah.
Coach Graham, yes. Down here we have the Ghost. Mm-hmm. Now you see him, now you don't. That's Coach Stevenson. He'll disappear as soon as you turn around. You'll know where he went. We got the coach's coach. That is Coach Johnson. Okay. He does whatever you need. He's always there. He handles everything you need to get done. The most electrifying coach. You know who that is? It's not me.
Is that I don't know.
Coach Greats.
Coach
Greats is the most electrifying coach.
I was going to say Coach Greats.
And then we have the Obi-Wan Kenobi. Coach Kenobi, that's Coach Caudell. He's older than dirt, so he's been doing it for a long time. So anyways, those are the nicknames.
I appreciate you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
All right.